How we doing, everybody, and welcome to the Dawn Report, where I give out my favorite home run bets of the day. As for today, I got 7 home run picks for you guys, but before we get into it, first we need to just do a recap of yesterday. And yesterday was fine. I gave out 6 picks on this YouTube channel. 1 of those players hit a home run. Thank you, Nolan Arenado. 5 of the players did not. And we had 1 player who didn't play at all. So we got that refunded. We ended the day yesterday up a slight profit of 0.3 units, which will take anything in the green because we had been on an epic cold streak prior to that. That brings our total profit on the Dawn Report up to $14.50. This is obviously assuming a $1 bet on every single play, or 14.5 units with an ROI of 4.14%. So looking to get those numbers up. Again, as I mentioned, cold streak has been brutal. Real quick, before we get into the home run picks, while you're here, if you're not already, would appreciate it if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Helps me out a ton. And then, of course, while you're watching the video, like the video and comment. Let me know your thoughts. And let's get into these home run picks. So as I mentioned, I have 7 for you guys today. First up, I'm going to have 2 players in the Tigers versus Rangers game. The first player is Eric Haas to hit a home run. This is at plus 560 odds at FanDuel. Now, Eric Haas, this is his first time on the Dawn Report, so we'll have to send his award in the mail for this prestigious opportunity. I will admit, this pick specifically, this is a trust the process selection. It was over 20% EV on the OddsJam positive expected value page, which is incredibly high. Looking at his stats, you kind of understand why it's a little bit scary. Haas is a catcher for the Tigers. Now, he's not an everyday player for them, but he still only has 3 home runs on the year, and he's got none in his last 10 games. So admittedly, not a ton to say here. Not a bad weather game, so at least we have that. But this is a play where we just have to, as I mentioned, trust the process, TTP, and trust the EV page. Next up, again, in the Tigers versus Rangers game, Spencer Torkelson to hit a home run. This is at plus 430 odds at FanDuel. So Torkelson didn't play yesterday, which was the 28th. The last game he played, the 27th, he hit a home run. So we're hoping, obviously, that he can go 2 in a row in games that he has played in. Torkelson himself, young player on the Tigers. He's having an okay to decent year. He's got 9 home runs on the year, and he's hit 2 in his last 10 games, including the one he hit just 2 days ago, or his last game. He does have a pretty good barrel rate of 11.1%, which, if you're unfamiliar, barrel rate just measures how well a batter gets contact on the ball, how well they hit the barrel of the bat. Anything that is 10% and above is considered great. Anything that is 15% and above is considered excellent. So he is at 11.1%, which is considered great. The Rangers have a new pitcher on the mound in Cody Bradford. He's only pitched like 15 innings on the year, but he's given up 2 home runs and has a 5.4 ERA. So he's definitely hittable. Hopefully one of these 2 Tigers batters can get one off of him. Next up, we have 3 picks in the Dodgers versus Rockies game. All of them are going to be on Caesars, so go ahead and log into Caesars. The first one, we are taking Will Smith to hit a home run. That is at plus 500 odds at Caesars. So again, I mentioned 3 picks in this one. They're all going to be on the Dodgers. And the game being played in Coors Field, it's about as good of weather as you can imagine in Coors, which is always going to be positive for the hitters. Pitching for the Rockies is Chase Anderson, who is absolutely a pitcher that you want to target for your players to hit a home run. He's given up 11 home runs on the year and only 42 innings pitched. Truly awful stats. His home run per 9, 2.36, awful. And his home run to fly ball ratio is 22%. That means 22% of fly balls turn into home runs. That is awful. Smith, he is having a pretty good year for the Dodgers. He's got 12 home runs on the year. He's got 2 in his last 10 when he went back-to-back just a couple days ago. Let's hope that he can get one for us tonight. Next up, obviously, same game, another player for the Dodgers. We are taking Mookie Betts to hit a home run. That is at plus 340 odds at Caesars. So I got to say, we're a little bit mad at Mookie. We had him in the Dawn Report on the 27th. He did not hit a home run, but he did hit one just last night. So today, It's time for Mookie to right those wrongs. Regardless, there isn't a ton to say about him. He's having an awesome year. He should be able to just mash a horrible Rockies pitcher in an incredible weather game. So, Mookie, you got to make this one up to us. Next up, again, last player in this game, another Dodger, Freddie Freeman to hit a home run. That is at plus 430 odds at Caesars. So we also had Freeman in the Dong Report 2 days ago, but at least he didn't also hit one yesterday. So he didn't completely spite us. He is in a little bit of a home run slump. He last hit one on June 21st, and that's the only one he's hit in the past 10 games. But overall, he's still having a great year. He's got an ISO rate of 22.5%. Now, ISO rate, I don't think I've mentioned it yet. That stands for isolated power. Literally just measures how much power a batter gets when they hit the ball. His being at 22.5% is considered great. For those stats, anything 20% and above is considered great. Anything 25% and above is considered excellent. So him being at 22.5, that's great. He's got a barrel rate, 12.5%. That's also great. The home runs are going to come for Freddie Freeman, and I see no better opportunity than to start tonight. Next up, I got a pick in the White Sox versus Angels game. We are taking Luis Robert Jr. to hit a home run. That is at plus 470 odds at FanDuel. Now, Luis Robert Jr. is having an amazing season, but he's another player that we're mad at. Even more mad at him than we are at Mookie Betts. So Robert Jr. has hit a home run in 4 of his last 5 games. The only game in that span of the past 5 games he's played that he did not hit a home run was on June 27th. Guess which is the only day we've had him in the Dong Report in the past 5 days? That's right, June 27th. With that said, part of that is on us. We should have included him more, but also the dude's on fire. So time to just have it be water under the bridge. Against left-handed pitchers specifically, and the Angels are starting a lefty, he's hitting .367 with an ISO rate of 40%, which is just comical. The highest ISO rate in the MLB is in the 30s, the low 30s. He's at 40% against lefties. Literally any stat you look at, Luis Robert Jr. against lefties are considered excellent. His WRC plus above 200. His weighted on base average over 500. His OPS over 1200 or 1.2, whatever you want to call it. It's just been incredible. All his power numbers are insane. He's got a total of 5 home runs in the last 5 games, as one of the games he hit 2 home runs. So Luis Robert Jr., let's keep the streak going tonight, hitting a home run for us. And last pick of the evening in the Padres versus Pirates game, so you got to lock this one in quickly. Jack Suwinski to hit a home run plus 500 odds at FanDuel. Now, Suwinski, he's having a pretty good year overall. He's got 16 home runs, but he's only got 1 in his last 10 games. But obviously that's going to change for us today. And even despite that cold streak, if you isolate his numbers to just June, which again, he's only hit 1 home run in his past 10 games. So we're only looking at the month of June. He still has an ISO rate of 27.1%. That would be excellent. And on the season as a whole, because I couldn't filter these by month, his barrel rate, this is again, the whole season, is at 17.3%. That's obviously still considered excellent. So 2 excellent numbers for ISO rate and barrel rate. A lot of confidence in Suwinski to cash one for us. And that's all I got. 7 picks for you guys to lock in. 7 players who are absolutely going to hit a home run. If you're tailing, comment and let me know. Other than that, again, remember to like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and have a good one.